In this video, I'm going to be showing you the easiest way to pull in Indian stock data from stocks on the National Stock Exchange of India, the NSE. Now, if you've used Google Sheets before, you know there is such thing as what's known as the Google Finance function. But the problem with this function is it doesn't allow you to pull in stocks from India, and it also provides very limited data. Well, I'm here to show you the solution today to this problem, and the solution is Ticker Data. And Ticker Data is a custom-built Google Sheet function that allows you to pull in information on stocks from the National Stock Exchange of India. So let's go ahead and show some examples. And for this example, we'll be looking at 3 different stocks. We'll look at Reliance Industries, we'll be looking at Tata Consultancy, and we'll also be looking at INFY. And we're going to be seeing if we could pull in automatically this stock data into these stocks. And just to show you how fast this can work, for example, if I drag this formula down, we can see we can automatically pull in all of the stock information on all 3 of these Indian stocks. Let's go ahead and remove this data and show you how easy this is. Now, the first stock we want to pull in is data from Reliance.NS. Now, the first part of this ticker is the actual ticker, and the .NS indicates that we're pulling from the National Stock Exchange of India. If we go over to tickerdata.com, we can see all the different exchanges that we can actually bring data in from. So we can bring in information from stocks all across the world. But again, in this scenario, we can see we want to pull in stocks from India, more specifically the National Stock Exchange of India. And it's telling us the extension for this is .NS. So anytime we pick a stock from India, at the end of it, we need to plug in .NS. So if we jump back over to our Google spreadsheet, you can see we plugged in Reliance.NS. Now, the first thing we want is our company name. And again, we want to use the Ticker Data function. Now, there's 2 options. We have Ticker Data and Ticker Data Live. Now, we want live data for this scenario. So what we'll do is we'll come over here and we'll click on Reliance.NS and then add a comma, and we can either just type out company name or come up here and click company name, and we'll close this parenthesis. So you can see we have Ticker Data Live, B3, which is the ticker, and then C2, which is the company name, and I'll hit enter, and you can see the company name will automatically load in. So we're able to automatically pull in stock information on stocks from India. Now, the other simple way to do this, again, is we could simply come over here and in quotations, type out Reliance.NS, close those quotations, and then add a comma, and then we could indicate what we want to pull in. And again, let's say in this scenario, we want to pull in the company name. I'll hit enter, and you can see that data automatically loaded in once again. So it's very simple. You can either type out exactly what you want, or you can automate the process by clicking on other cells in your spreadsheet. So let's go ahead and go back to the old way we had it so we can automate this process. This time, let's say we want the price. Again, we can do the exact same thing. We're going to use the Ticker Data Live function. Come over here and click on Reliance.NS. Come up here and click on price, close the parentheses, and hit enter. And you can see once this data loads in, we have the live trading price from this stock from the Indian Stock Exchange. And what's so amazing about Ticker Data is we can pull in all sorts of different metrics. In fact, if we go back over to tickerdata.com, we can see hundreds of different metrics that we can pull straight into our spreadsheet. And for example, in this scenario, we're going to pull in market cap this time. So again, we'll use Ticker Data Live in this scenario. Click right here, click on market cap, close the parentheses, and hit enter. And you can see once this loads in, we automatically have the market cap for this stock. I'm going to go ahead and keep moving forward and showing you how to use all of these functions, but keep in mind, if you want a free trial to the Ticker Data function, you can click on my link in the description down below. But again, for the industry, we'll do the same thing. Come over here, select industry, and close this off and hit enter, and you can see this data will automatically load in. Now, for the last 3 metrics, we're actually going to be pulling from the financial statements. So in this scenario, we're not going to be using the Ticker Data Live function, we'll be using the Ticker Data function. And what's really cool about the Ticker Data function is it operates extremely similar. We're going to select the ticker, select revenue, but at the end, we can select what year we want to pull data from. So we could select maybe 2005, 2010, or all the way up to now, around 2023, we can select the year we want to pull data from. So let's say in this scenario, we want to see what their revenue was in 2020. So I'll plug in 2020 right here and hit enter, and you can see that data will automatically load in again. We can do the exact same thing for total debt. We'll use that Ticker Data function, come over here and select Reliance, come over here and select total debt, and let's say again we want to see data from 2020, close this parentheses off and hit enter, and that data will again automatically load in. Now, the last thing we may want to see is earnings per share. We'll use that Ticker Data function, select Reliance, the ticker, come over here and select earnings per share, And let's say again we want to see 2020. I'll close the parentheses and hit enter, and you can see all of this data will automatically load in, and this data can automatically update over time as well. So with ticker data, it's extremely easy to get live and historical data from stocks all across the world, including India. And it also makes it extremely easy to automate the data that you pull in. So for example, now if we highlight these cells and pull this data down, you can see we can automatically get information for these other stocks on the National Stock Exchange of India. And we can also easily change the metrics that we're looking at. So for example, let's say instead of industry, maybe we want to look at sector. I can just type in sector right here and hit enter, and you can see these metrics right here will update to show us the sector these companies are in. What's also amazing about ticker data is we can get very specific with the exact metrics we want to look at. For example, maybe we want to see something like short-term investments. Again, I can just type that out here and hit enter, and you can see that data will automatically load in at a very rapid pace. So using ticker data is the go-to way to pull in stocks from India and from all around the world. So again, if you're interested in being able to use the ticker data function and getting access to a whole library of pre-built spreadsheets, then you can head over to tickerdata.com at the link in the description and get a free trial. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.